Watch this. The spot where you stand after serving is actually killing your attack on half-high returns before you even swing. Today we're tackling one of the most common amateur mistakes: what to do with half-high return balls after you serve. There are a few key problems to address. First, you need to meet the ball's force properly, and positioning is everything. Watch. If I stay this close to the table after serving, I'm stuck in a dead zone. I can't reach the forehand side comfortably without lunging, and if I step in, I'm jammed, too close, too cramped. You must back up after serving. I think you should default to a position that covers long balls, maintain about one arm's length from the table, ready for forehand or backhand loops against backspin. Now, if the ball comes short, here's the footwork. On the forehand side, step in with the left foot first, then the right foot follows and your weight transfers forward. Left foot steps, right foot follows, weight shifts. Watch again. You cannot stand too close. When you're jammed against the table, you can't match the timing, you miss the contact point entirely. Notice, my partner is sending no-spin balls and I still can't find the right moment because I'm too close. I'm stuck, locked up. So after every serve, reset to that one-arm distance, the same spacing you'd use for looping against backspin. From there, if a short ball comes, it's going to sit up as a half-high ball and it will be slow. That slowness gives you time. But you have to train the footwork. If you just stand in one spot, you'll never sync up. The pattern is left foot steps in, right hand strikes. Left foot in, right hand fires. Let me show you a couple. Watch the left foot. Right hand swings as the left foot lands. Watch, I'll keep my left foot planted so you can see the difference clearly. See how awkward that is without the step. Now with the step, left foot moves in, right hand attacks. The right foot simply follows behind to anchor your weight. So the full sequence after serving is reset, read the ball, step in with the left foot, strike. See how smooth that becomes. The footwork makes everything flow. Let's make sure we understand this movement pattern before moving on. After you move up to the table, why do you feel jammed or uncoordinated when attacking a half-high ball? It comes down to how your body is positioned. You're in a flat, front-facing stance with no rotation loaded. You must turn your body to the side before attacking the half-high ball. Here's what I mean. After serving, watch, I turn my torso so my shoulders are angled. That rotation creates space for the stroke. If you stay square, your natural instinct is to step with the right foot, and now you're completely jammed. There's no room for your arm to swing. But when you've already rotated, your body is coiled ready, then you step in with the left foot and unwind into the ball. Let me angle myself so you can see this clearly. This is the key that so many amateur players miss on half-high balls. Watch. I rotate to the side, then step in. Let me show you slowly. Watch, side spin, top spin, serve, then ready position, spot the half-long ball sitting up. Serve, ready, read the half-long ball. See how smooth that sequence is. Once this pattern is locked in, adding power is just a matter of dialing up the force. Stand about one arm's length from the table. When you see a half-high ball, open your body to the side, left foot steps in, right hand swings through, and your weight shifts at the same time. If you don't rotate your body sideways, watch what happens. You end up pushing upward and the ball goes straight into the net. That's exactly the result you'll get. So after you serve, reset first. When a long ball comes back half-high, turn your body before you swing. Clear the hitting space by turning, then step in with the left foot, swing the right hand, and let your weight follow. Let me chain it all together now. After serving, reset, rotate, step, strike. Reset, rotate, step, strike. Reset, rotate, step, strike. Once this pattern is grooved, the only variable left is how much power you decide to put on the ball. The structure handles everything else. Then now let's talk about what the arm and racket are actually doing. I don't recommend flat hitting, and here's why. Watch, even on a half-high ball, if my partner adds just a little backspin, a flat hit goes straight into the net. Higher ball still dumps into the net. See that? The ball dies the moment it touches the net. Half-high balls with backspin are deceptive, they look easy but they're tricky. Without friction, you'll net every one. So instead of hitting flat, we switch to brushing. For a backspin half-high ball, the contact is on the back of the ball. My partner will feed me balls at different heights. Watch the racket angle. If your opponent sends you a topspin ball, bring your hand up and strike through the center or upper center of the ball. Against backspin, contact the back of the ball instead. Watch, if the ball is at this height, my racket is here. A little higher, I adjust here. Even when the ball sits up higher, I'm still behind it. You need that because otherwise you'll overshoot the table. Don't drop your racket too low. A lot of players miss half-high balls in matches, they go long. The reason is they're swinging downward too much, treating it like heavy backspin when it isn't. They dig under the ball instead of staying behind it. So bring the racket up and contact the back of the ball. If your racket starts below the ball and you have to lift up to reach it, you can't control the trajectory, it flies long. So for a half-high ball, watch what I do. I rotate my body and my eyes line up at the ball's peak height. See, my racket is right behind the ball. My eye level matches the highest point of the bounce. I'm level with it, not underneath it. If you set up below the ball, you'll push it out every time. After that, here's a critical point about distance. When the ball is coming toward you, do not pull your arm back. The moment you extend your backswing, you and the ball are moving toward each other, your force and the ball's momentum combine, and you lose control. Watch from behind. With a large gap, same force, now with a small gap, same force. You can rotate your body, see, I can turn, but I must not pull my hand back. The instant you add a big backswing and swing forward, even without much effort, the forces compound. The ball is traveling toward you and you're swinging into it. That collision is why so many players loop half-high balls long. This is exactly why that half-high ball keeps sailing out. Do not pull your arm back. Stay close to the ball and drive the power from your back leg and hip. Push off, rotate, and strike, all from a short distance. Watch, when I stay close to the ball, I can turn my body freely, but I never take a big backswing. The closer I am to the ball, the more confidently I can commit power. The farther away I drift, the more those opposing forces stack up, and I lose control of the shot entirely. The ball doesn't need you to add forward momentum, it already has plenty. So keep your distance short, stay compact, and let rotation do the work. Now, when should you make contact, rising phase, peak, or early descent? For a small half-high ball, we already covered why it goes into the net. Let me demonstrate a few. First, I'll take one on the rise. Now watch, if I wait and play it more on the early descent, the result changes. On the descent, you'd want to add more spin, loop it with more arc, and just try to keep it deep. Don't think about blasting through it at that point. But here's the reality. Most of you are actually contacting these half-high balls on the rise. The key is to catch it at the peak. Remember, take it at the peak. If you truly end up waiting until the descent, switch to a heavier spin loop to keep the ball on the table. Trying to power through a descending half-high ball is a losing game. Moving on, give your body the first move. After you serve, your body must initiate the rotation. Watch, I turn, and when the ball arrives, I'm already loaded. The rotation connects everything. Don't rush the racket. If you snatch at the ball with your arm, the racket drops and the shot dives into the net. Let your body turn first, read the ball clearly, then move in and strike. The backswing is the very last piece. So remember, Stay close to the ball, rotate your body before your arm, and meet the ball at its peak with friction, not a flat hit. Drill that sequence until it's automatic.